As I stop and take a break, I get a moment of reflection. What am I doing? I ask myself this question. Trying to learn a lesson from other people's indiscretion.
Hello, my name is Darwin Peters, President of Help, Inspiration, and Encouragement, and I want to thank you for joining me in another edition of Motivation Monday. This is all about motivating you to be the greatest version of yourself day after day. And so today, I want to talk to you guys. You know, we're all about self-motivation, all about pushing you towards fulfilling your vision. So today what we're going to talk about is the birth of a vision, what it's like, what that process is like. And so what I actually did over the course of the week is I spoke with a couple of parents. Actually, to be more specific, I spoke with a couple of mothers, and I asked them 3 questions. I asked them first to give me a description of what it was like throughout the pregnancy. So when I say throughout the pregnancy, I'm talking the growing process, right? From conception all the way up until the moment right before they went into labor. And I got a couple of responses. Some of the things I got was painful, fascinating, weird, elation, happiness, awesome. So then after I asked them what the pregnancy was like, I asked them what the labor process was like. So I asked them to give me some descriptive words of that labor process and what that felt like. And I got words scary, painful, weird, delirium, and excitement. So the last thing that I asked was, once the baby was born, right? You've gone through this growing process of 9 months, and then you give labor for however long it may be, because everybody's labor is different. Some labors are 30 minutes, some labors are days, right? But after you gave birth to this thing that you've been growing, give me some descriptive words to how you felt. Now, for my women, my parents that are actually watching this right now, you have probably already started to come up with different descriptive words of your own, right? But what I noticed is I got the same words at this last process. Once the child was actually out into the world, and that was love, joy, thankfulness, happiness. And so the reason that I asked these women how they felt during that process was because what I've noticed is that the birthing process, be it a physical birth of a child, the process that a woman goes through, which is something that none of us men can go through, is very much similar to giving the birth to anything. So we're going to take that and we're going to apply that to your vision, right? So when you start your vision, I want you to know that it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be painful sometimes. It's going to be fascinating. It's going to be happy. It's also going to be scary, and it's going to be rewarding. There is going to be high moments and low moments. There's going to be moments that you are going to be required, like a pregnant woman would have to do, like a mother would have to do, to give all of yourself for the growth of what's happening on the inside of you, right? So this is going to come with late nights. This is going to come with brainstorming. This is going to become with studying and taking in knowledge, because just like a woman has to eat to nourish the child, you're going to have to feed yourself to feed that dream, so that your dream and your vision can grow. So then, as you've grown your vision, there's going to come a time where it's no longer preparation, but you're going to go through the process of actually beginning to walk or fulfill that vision. And that's the labor process. Now, this process is probably the most unfun of the entire scenario, because this is where the pain comes in. So many times when a woman, or all the time when a woman goes through childbirth, they experience contractions. So it's where their body is preparing to push this baby out, right? So everything is squeezing together and there's all kinds of pain. And again, I'm not a woman, so I can't tell you exactly how painful it is, but I've seen children be born and I can tell you it's not pleasant, right? So we all know that this is a painful process where it's taking everything that they have to give birth to this child, this thing that they've been growing for 9 months, right? And so finally, after hours or sometimes minutes or sometimes days of pushing and breathing and pushing and breathing and giving it all and going through the pain, finally, a child comes out. For you, finally, your vision is going to come. You're going to see what you've been working on. It may come in the form of getting incorporation papers from your state government, or just purchasing the land that you were looking at purchasing, or whatever it is. But you're going to finally see the fruits of everything that you've been working for. And when this stage comes, this is that birthing stage. This is once you've seen it and you have nothing but love and happiness and joy about it, right? And so I want you to realize that anytime you give birth, you're going to go through 3 stages. There's the pregnancy, the actual growing process, the actual stages of feeding yourself so that ultimately you can feed your vision. And then you're going to give labor to that. And you're going to go through labor pains and have contractions and have to give yourself and have to push and breathe and pull and push. And it's going to take time and it's going to be grueling. And you're going to have supporters, right? You're going to have people on your team. But ultimately, nobody is going to be able to do what you can do because this is your vision. And so I say that to say this. I want to encourage you as you go through this process, even through the hard times, even through the frustrating times, even through the painful times or the times where things feel weird and you're out of your comfort zone. I want you to keep going. I want you to keep feeding yourself, right? And then when it comes time to go into labor and you get a little bit closer and it really, really starts to hurt it and you feel like you want to give up because you just can't take it anymore, I want to encourage you to keep going, because if you just push a little bit more, you're going to give birth to that vision. And when you give birth to the vision and you get to hold what you've been growing, you get to hold what you've been sacrificing for and see it in front of you, it's going to be the most rewarding feeling of your life. And so this week, I want to encourage you. I don't have any task or anything that I want you to get out to do other than keep going. I want you to keep grinding. I want you to keep pushing, because this is a birthing process. This is a pregnancy, right? Even if you're not a woman, even if you're a man, you can still give birth to something. And I know we don't want to think of things like that, but when you look at the process, when you look at the sacrifice that you're making, you're giving birth to something. And I want to encourage you to continue to feed your dream and to continue to push this week, because you've got it. You've got it. You're right there. And when it's all said and done and you get to look at your baby, it's going to be well worth it. So this week, continue to drive on, continue to push forward, be the greatest version of yourself that you can be. As always, love you, thank you, could not do this without you. You are my partner. You are our partners. Without you, we're nothing. So thank you. Thank you for helping us, inspiring us, and encouraging us. Until next time, be blessed. Have a blessed week. Be great. Peace.